Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Break it down like this.
Hello, Internet. Gino, that Pinguino Grieco here again with another episode of Deep Listens. And today we chose another train game, Mini Metro. Joining me, as always, to discuss all things video games, Pete Busby. How you doing, Pete?
I'm doing good. Excited to talk about this one that I picked. I have a fun fact about trains, actually, that I think is only going to be interesting to me. But I found it weirdly interesting. You ready?
Yeah, let's go off the rails early in this one.
Sure. So everybody knows that Walt Disney opened the monorail in Disney World? Disneyland? But when he opened it, it was the first daily operating monorail in the Western Hemisphere. That's not the fun fact because they had to make that super specific for it to be the only one. But what I found very interesting is that when the monorail was formally dedicated on June 14th, 1959, it was dedicated by then Vice President Richard Nixon's children, Julie and Tricia. Not only that was the fun bit, by the way. They were supposed to snip some things with these big wooden scissors, like a ribbon.
Oh no!
It didn't work. So Walt Disney ended up just ripping the ribbon by hand.
Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
Oh.
I was thinking that Richard Nixon was like, "This isn't exciting enough. You need to snip a child with these scissors."
Somehow we could fight communism with the monorail.
Yeah, just what's his name? Secretary of State with Nixon, Kissinger. I'm surprised Kissinger didn't somehow murder someone there.
Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't it seem weird that Richard Nixon's children dedicated the Disney World monorail?
I mean,
were they invited?
Walt Disney, not a great guy, right?
No.
Like
we
that.
Know this.
That might explain it.
Yeah. I mean, Nixon was vice president at the time. You know, like I understand the decision they made. It just seems weird.
I just don't believe that Richard Nixon ever was a bundle of charisma to the level where you would need to like bring his kids in.
Can you imagine like anybody who's less indicative of the like culture of whimsy around Disney than Nixon?
I always believe the children should have a good time.
He did say that.
That was
He
pretty
said
good.
that plenty of times.
Him and Elvis were like best friends for a hot minute there.
I love Mickey Mouse.
He was also underwater.
I'm a real Disney adult.
Well-known fact about Nixon: he was always underwater.
He was a mermaid. No one noticed that because
Yeah,
a lot of
TV.
A lot of other stuff to worry about Nixon first, beyond his mer legs
and his being a Disney adult. That other voice who's been talking for quite some time is M. Palladino. Right. How you doing,
Hello.
M?
I'm doing okay. I love a good train. But before we get into trains,
let's take an interchange and do your usual plugs.
That thing I do every time. I am Game Maker M all over the internet. You can find me on Blue Sky at Game Maker M. You could find the books that I have written and also the games I've written on itch.io/GameMakerM, the letter M, where I have put out a book, and you should read it if you like big robots, if you like
ladies,
Greek mythology, if you went to the movies and saw the Odyssey like I did last night, and you were like, I wish there were more women in this, you could read my book.
Is Odysseus
my wife
in
literally
it?
just... Well, hold on. Spoilers for the second one. It's a plot point reveal in the first chapter. Odysseus will be in the second one. That's a Deep Listens
That exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah,
Ooh.
I've not revealed that to anyone. You just guessed it. So you heard it here first.
Now you're going to need to read the
Uh,
second book to find out more.
Exactly. So read the first one so you're caught up before the second one comes out. It's going to be in a bundle in October, which is a couple months away, but
Which bundle?
maybe you should prepare for it. It is the Gunmetal Olympus, the world that the book is set in. The authors of the original trilogy put together bundles every so often for people who are writing in the setting. It's on itch. Usually I'll be posting about it. They'll be posting about it. Usually it does pretty well. And you can get the main series books and also a bunch of spin-offs that people have written. So it's usually pretty good. It's fun.
Awesome.
And I'm in there now. I've written it. You can't stop me.
Awesome.
So-
Sick. People check that out. And also things you could check out. You can support this show. Well, actually, first, you can get in touch with this show. deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com. That's our email address. deeplistens.libsyn.com. That is where you can find our show hosting. deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That is our social media account. And you can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. At the $1 tier, you get access to our Discord. At the $3 tier, you get access to the OG Soncast, our anime podcast that Pete co-hosts with two of the Off the Deep End folks. Pete, what are you guys watching?
Trigun.
Trigun. So
It's the story of three guns raising a child together.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's cute. It is.
Is that good for children to be raised by
No.
three guns?
No,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
working
what I
out.
thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
The biggest statistical correlation of shootings in the home is being raised by three guns at once.
Mhm.
this is the
So
future.
two guns is fine.
Yeah, that's
What
that's
you're
like a
saying.
strong American nuclear family, but you
I'd
throw that
always
third
said-
gun in there.
I'd always said 2 guns, not
Mhm.
3. Oh man. Okay, so Trigun. They are watching Trigun, and it is the early 2000s, 90s
Yes,
Trigun,
not the remake.
not the remake.
Yes.
All right, and honestly, if we did it a $1 tier, if we made it a perk of the $1 tier that people got an ad-free version of this show, do you think that people would go for that? Write in if you'd go for that.
So they don't hear our one ad that we do for.
Yeah, but you know,
How bad is it?
it's
they're
probably
really
not
sick of
bad.
it.
No one's ever
It's-
complained about
It's
it.
12 minutes long.
I can add more, but I don't think I should. But yeah, just write in if you think that would be a good idea. People seem to do that a lot. So let me know if you think that's a good idea or a bad idea. All right. Without further, wait,
We didn't.
we need
go
to
the
we need to do
Discord.
we need to slam on the brakes and put this train in reverse for a second because we need to go look at the Discord report.
Can
The
you
Discord report. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
I'm sorry, Em. We have something more important to discuss first.
Oh.
Can you put a train in reverse?
Yeah, I assume so.
I'm looking
Because
at
there's an engine, and they don't
be on the
put
front
the
or the
engine
back.
on both sides. Yeah.
Can trains do in? I put do in reverse. Okay,
I
yeah,
imagine
trains
it
can
takes
go
a
in
while.
reverse. Okay.
So
How
now
dare
we've
you doubt
given
my
you
train
another
knowledge?
fun fact about trains.
They can go backwards.
They can go backwards. Did you know? This week on the Discord, we still got our fantasy league going. It's about halfway done. Well, more than that because it's August. So, it's about 8/12, so 4/6, so 2/3 of the way done,
Mhm.
which is how you round your fractions. Still in the lead is Gino, followed closely by Zombie Pie, somehow taking second. How do you do that? I don't even know.
Marvel Tolkon came out, the new Marvel fighting
Yes.
game, and it did.
Mhm.
It reviewed better than I expected because it looks like it's garbage fire on PC,
Yeah.
but everywhere else it seems to work.
Yeah, it has some issues that, for crossplay purposes, is pretty bad. Yeah, so that got him 17 points. So that's pretty good. It might go down if people review bomb it, but that's we'll see. Other things, any fun games coming out? No.
Signs point to no.
Yeah.
You know a fun game that's not coming out? It sounds like Final Fantasy IX Remake. Some reporting that was posted on the Discord said that Square Enix apparently halted a nearly finished remake and then
Shock.
decided not to put it out.
Yep. Yeah, that some people are sad about.
Yeah, 7 remake and Rebirth apparently underachieved according to Square Enix's ridiculous projections. So they decided to stop doing remakes for a minute.
Hmm.
I mean, whatever
We'll
gets
see
people
how.
to stop remaking things, I guess.
Yeah, they should stop doing that. But maybe they put one more out. I don't know.
I'd like it if they just
things-
finished the thing, if it's almost done.
Nope. Other things. There's a Gundam miniature game coming out. And some of the people on Discord are going to get on that because there was a Gundam card game and people seem to like that. So we'll see what happens there. And that's about it.
Did you see Russell Westbrook officially retired?
I did not watch the video yet, but I saw he went out in a very Russell Westbrook way.
He did. It is narrated, so it is him walking around a museum of his accomplishments.
Oh, phenomenal start.
While narrated by Michael B. Jordan.
What?
Yep. Narrating things about his life and asking him questions that he does not answer or respond to.
It's nearly 4 minutes long.
Yes.
I'm not watching this.
It starts with him like walking by trophies and jerseys and stuff, and then him sitting in a little like movie theater room watching highlights of himself, and then the last room it's unfinished. There's blueprints, and it's like his life isn't over. You know, we don't know what his impact's going to
He's
be.
only like in his late 30s, I suppose.
Oh
All
my
the
God,
people
they
who
got
he inspires.
blueprints?
Has anybody ever been like so convinced of their own like importance in the NBA firmament?
I posted this and I stand by it. Russell Westbrook is the Hideo Kojima of basketball.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
He's an auteur. He takes up the whole room. He's maximalist, and he doesn't play well with others.
Yeah, all of those are accurate.
And breaking news,
Weird
the Lakers just got bought by Bob
guy.
Iger.
Bob Iger and Joshua Kushner.
Yeah, which
For
I don't
$12 billion.
Like I know like who Joshua Kushner's related to, but who is Joshua Kushner actually?
I don't know if he's
He's
Jared's
just a
dad or Jared's brother.
Jared's brother. He's a venture capital guy.
Yeah, but all of his money. Okay, then all of his money, I think, came from the Saudis.
Yeah, you don't need to know anything about him.
Yeah, not a good guy. Not great, but they were already owned by not a great ownership group, I don't think. So we'll say bleak. Bleak is what I'll say.
There is one more thing that I would like to do on the Discord report.
Mm-hmm.
The most important thing that happened this weekend, Gino, you are 4 movies
oh yeah
under your belt.
No, I watched all of them.
Talk about is it more?
I watched all of Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
How is that?
So I was in the Pacific Northwest for a vacation.
You
were like, part of why we played a game that had portability. And one of my family members went, "Hey, you know what's set in the Pacific Northwest? Twilight. Maybe you'll
I'm
understand
curious.
it now that we're here.
Wait, you
Uh-huh.
thought you thought the main barrier between you and Twilight was geographic?
I didn't. Someone in my family did, and we
Okay.
thought that would be funny. And the first movie's funny because it's incompetent.
Mhm.
And bad. Like it's poorly made. The writing is terrible. The acting is terrible. But the incompetence really makes me. It got me. It was funny. Every other one of them is evidence that Stephanie Meyer can't write and never knew how to.
Oh, of course not.
And it's tough. I feel for the main actors. I don't think they're doing a good job. I should say I think they're treating the source material with as much respect as it deserves. But they are really given nothing at all to work with in terms of their characters. And that's even before you get to the fifth movie and fourth and fifth movies and what abominations they are for plot reasons.
Forgot there were 5 of them.
Yeah, they
On the,
did the thing where they split the last movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when
Which
the
all YA.
werewolf falls in love with a baby.
Oh, yeah.
How would you think of that?
I didn't enjoy him and his bouncing baby bride.
No. Did
Yeah.
you like the baby itself?
No, I hated looking at it. I hated looking at it. I hated that it was CGI. I hated that
Uh-huh.
they apparently reverse engineered the child actor instead of just casting a baby.
Oh my god, that baby's so creepy.
Like,
It's so scary.
why couldn't they have just cast 3 kids? She doesn't change ages that much. It's bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
You're
what a Mormon book series also.
Mhm.
Like, hey, here's this well-meaning, incredibly white family who moves to town and is wealthy, and they're just gonna adopt this troubled girl.
You know what I
Yeah,
just found
that's
out?
fine.
You know what I just found out, speaking of Mormons? This might not mean anything to y'all, but you know Andy Reid is Mormon?
Oh,
Andy Reid, Mormon.
Speaking of Mormons, has there been a has there been a dirty soda surge where you are?
yes.
Sorry, we're gonna talk about this game at some
Yeah, we'll
point.
get to it
real
eventually.
soon. Yeah, there's
What's
a lot
up
more.
with that? Why is there soda getting dirty?
I mean, I
Gen
think
Z, man. They don't
yeah.
drink.
Yeah,
Gen Z drinks
I
less.
don't like it. I didn't like it. I tried one
They're
and I
not.
didn't like it.
They're not banging either. Gen Z's a bunch of
No.
nerds.
Damn. Get them.
Owned.
Anyway.
I apologize to all our Gen Z listeners.
They're taking Adderall and other ADHD medications to do well on tests instead of getting trashed.
Bunch of nerds.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right, time to put this train, throw the brakes onto this train and throw it
God
into
damn it.
reverse.
What?
Which we
Why are
learned that we
putting
can
it in
do.
reverse
I'm
again?
still unconvinced.
We need to
Just-
go forward to get to the talking about the game.
No, we already threw it into reverse to talk
Oh,
about
fuck.
this stuff. Now we need to throw it in reverse again, which makes us go forward. That's how it works. Rails
Okay,
go in 2
fine.
directions. And so now we will talk about Mini Metro. Pete, you picked it. What's Mini Metro?
Mini Metro is a game. You can play it on many platforms, including mobile, actually, where your job is to draw subway lines in one of 30-ish cities. So you need to make sure people get from station to station. And if you fail, like if they start piling up too much, eventually you lose. So you're just trying to sort of run things out as long as you can with a good, thriving metro system.
And that is the only fail condition, is
Yes.
there's too many people at a station. Any station is what loses you the game. And that can happen from inefficient train design. You can just not connect to station, and that'll eventually cause you to get a game over. But otherwise, yeah, it's very Spartan.
Mhm.
What, from like a game design perspective, how did you find the visual language and game design language of this game? Because it's barely got a tutorial, and I feel like it communicates everything you need to communicate really quickly.
So this game is very simple visuals. It is a like gray map with a river or something on it, and then the connections that you are making are between, what to begin with, circles, squares, and triangles. And when patrons, riders come to a station, they will pop up as where they want to go. So you will have a person who is represented by a circle on a triangle, and they want to go to a circle. So your goal is to get them to that next station as efficiently as possible, so you don't mess up and have a pile up of people. In order to do that, you are just drawing these subway lines, or sometimes they're trams, and sometimes they're,
Shinkansen's, you get some bullet trains sometimes.
yeah, the bullet trains are sick.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the bullet trains. But then a little rectangle moves along the lines and picks up passengers, and they're dropped off at their station, and then they disappear and aren't your problem anymore. And that's
Yeah,
basically the whole visual.
I would say this game does the most with the least, I think, of maybe any game we've ever played. Like, I was trying to think of a similar aesthetic or a similar simplicity, and the closest I could get was maybe Baba Is You, but that had like a lot more going on, even if it did look simple, minimalist.
I think Thomas Was Alone.
Ooh,
Maybe
that's a good pick, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that one.
maybe you could say. And we also did play another highway building game, but even that one I think is not as Spartan and clean as this game is.
Yeah,
and it really, like, this game tries to reproduce basically subway maps
Yes.
dynamically, which is pretty impressive. And each train line, each metro, uses the color schemes of the metro of the city that you're developing, which I think is a really nice touch, especially as someone who's lived in some of these towns that they represent. I'm like, oh man, I'm in New York City and the green line should go north south, and damn it, I made it go east west. This is all wrong. All terrible.
What have I done? I'm a monster.
456 is going east west. It's going to New Jersey. New Jersey, am.
Fate worse than
All
death.
places. Yeah. As someone who has also lived in some of these places, I would really love to get good at places that I've lived. But sometimes, like the New York map, it is very covered in water.
Sure is.
And so you're going to need bridges or tunnels, or there are a couple of other things that they could be. And that is one of the like mitigating factors, is if you don't have tunnels, you cannot build across water. So you have to kind of manage like how many things are going across a river. And how many things do you want to go to New Jersey, which should be 0, but the game will get mad at you if you do that.
You're
Yeah.
not allowed to treat them with the respect they deserve, unfortunately.
Yeah, really. Tunnels, though, really are your only like resource, I guess. Like, you can build, you only get a certain number of lines, but you can make those lines as long as you want. Like, there's no like, hey, you only get like X miles of track.
Yeah, the only difficulty is like every line, every train on that line will touch every station. There's no express concept with lines. So if you make a line incredibly long, your train will become very congested very quickly. Because if a train is full and the number of passengers a train can carry varies from location to location, the most common number is 6. If you have a full train, it will just skip a station and leave everyone stranded there. So you really are incentivized to have efficient lines. Sometimes you can use multiple lines on the same stations to alleviate congestion that way as well. Other mechanics that they have, you mentioned the bridges and the tunnels. There's train cars you can add. There's carriages that add basically a second train car to an existing train. You can add additional trains to the lines themselves, so you can have 2 trains running on the same line, 3. And there's interchanges, which are basically they allow a station to have more passengers before people get pissed off, and trains pick up and drop off there instantaneously. Usually there's a slight like boarding and disembarking time sink that you get when you're at a station. This eliminates that entirely. I think those are all the main mechanics, and then the Shinkansen that shows up in Japanese cities, but nowhere else.
Yeah. And in certain places, like there are strictures on like, okay, how many like stations are placed already, like how many lines can you build, that sort of thing. But there aren't any new mechanics. It's just limiting how you can use the ones they've given you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and what did either of you like say, were there any designs of how you structure your train lines that you like realized that by playing? Any innovations you came up with that really changed your approach to these levels?
So I feel like the first thing that you're kind of incentivized to do is make a loop. And a lot of maps, you can kind of start with a loop of square, circle, triangle, which is like the basic building like structures. And so if you make a loop, then your train can go around the entire thing. If it's a line, it just goes from one end to the other. And so it feels like they want you to be making loops. But perhaps this is deception. Maybe this is not actually the most efficient way to make your lines. According to people on Reddit, this is
What
a
greater
foolish
authority is
way
there?
to. Perhaps this is a foolish way to design your train system, but who can say? I like a good loop. I have also done like so sometimes it's hard to tell if it wants you to be making like overlaps of uh like 2 different lines on one stretch. So if you have 2 stops that are on the same stretch, they will kind of like link up to each other. And this is like you can do a little transfer between them. And I can never tell if it's like better to link up a lot of your train lines or have them all go in separate directions.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was gonna say, you basically honed in on the 2 schools of thought I defaulted to, was like series of intersecting loops.
Yep.
Or basically like hub and spoke models, like a lot of lines intersecting at a single station so people can transfer. And I don't know that I ever settled on like which one was best overall. It's just sort of I stumbled into some based on the way the stations shook out while I was playing.
Yeah, I found that it was interesting. Like New York, for example, I was doing hub and spoke, and I don't know how much that is because I just know that's how New York is set up. And hub and spoke, the Grand Central somewhere on Manhattan with an interchange on it, works. It totally works. Whereas like Chicago, I knew is a loop. An actual Chicago. So I tried building loops there.
The loop. It's literally
It's
called
not just
the loop.
a loop. It's the loop.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, Chicago, I'm definitely going to try that there. And I think that the game, I wonder if the actual lesson with either loops or hub and spoke is that you want to avoid having too many of the same symbol on the same line.
Or
And
too many
loops-
like the same symbol in a row, like with
Yeah.
Exactly.
no breaks. Yeah.
And loops will do that kind of naturally in a lot of cases. And hub and spoke also will do that naturally in a lot of cases. And once I realized I could basically get through most levels with just a basic loop and then branching off of that loop over a river, trying to use as few tunnels and bridges as I could so that, maybe I had a line on one end of a river. And then almost everything is extending off of that one line. So I'm not crisscrossing back and forth on the other landmass. But I just found like when I got later in the game, Cairo is the map that really broke me of this approach of just like thinking, okay, is it hub and spoke or is it loop? Because Cairo, that map fucking sucks if you haven't been on it. Did either of you play Cairo?
No.
I got to double check what it looked like, to be honest.
It's the only one I think with a beige background, but it's got the Nile
yeah.
River
Yeah, straight down the middle. Yeah.
straight down the middle. It's got a ton of landmass that you need to cover. There's barely any water on it. The trains are trams, so it's 4. It only can carry 4 passengers at a time. And it's just sprawling. It's just huge and very, very widely distributed. So basically, the only way I could actually get Cairo over like the 500 passenger threshold was creating a bunch of small lines or lines with diverse symbols on it. I did not allow even a single double circle to occur in Cairo, and that got me to like 800 all by itself, even though the train line looked like garbage. I hated it. I hated looking at it. I hated everyone riding on it, but it worked.
I'm a monster. What have I done?
Exactly.
This train line is terrible.
This fucking circle town over in the corner with all these circle jerks getting on my train, ruining my efficiency.
But if you leave them over there, then they really get mad.
And
They're just gonna be sitting out there, and they'll somehow, even though there is no train going to them, they will complain to the train people.
Yep. They shut you down.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
like
you gotta watch
that
out
I
for
think is the main, like, you will upgrade your game the most when you figure out a loop, like to use loops instead of lines as like your central hub. And if you can get a loop that has like a few special symbols on it, because the building blocks are circle, square, and triangle. Those are the most common types, and they can repeat. And there are a bunch of unique stations that can get added, like a star, a football,
Cross, yeah.
cross, X, and each of those will be truly unique. There'll only be one on the entire map. And if you can get your loop to have a few of those on it, you're in a really good spot. Because then you've probably got a pretty efficient loop, and the loop at the center of your map can handle some of the one-offs that all of your sprawling lines are bringing to you. And then you can just kind of put 2 trains on the loop, which is
I have
ideal.
a question for the
Sure.
group. What do you think these symbols represent? Because I have some ideas, and
What do you
they
think?
might be wrong.
I think
I don't
they're
think there's a way, actually.
I think they're train stations.
Well, yes, but I mean, like, what is a circle compared to what is a square?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh,
It never even occurred to me to think about that.
I looked it up.
Oh, yeah.
While I was playing, because I was
Hold on,
wondering
there's a real answer.
well, just for circles. Circles are residential areas.
That's what I thought, because there's a lot of circles. And then I was thinking that squares were like city center, like where the shops are. And I think I don't know what triangles are, but I mean, like, if there's a cross, I'm pretty sure that's a hospital. If it's like a diamond, that's a baseball field. And then if there's like a football shape, that's
Football stadium.
yeah. I
That
was gonna
makes
make a
sense now
joke,
that you
but I
said
couldn't
it.
think of something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. In terms of rarity, Circles are the most
Mhm.
common and represent
Yes.
residential areas. Triangles and squares are triangles are more common than squares, but less common than circles. And squares are repeatable, but the most rare of the three. And then everything else is unique. So you could see it as like maybe triangles are schools, squares are like major spots in a city or something like that. Um, and then all of the different unique ones are some sort of unique attraction at the city that people will want to go to. Museum, stadium, sports stadium, whatever you want it to be there. But I think it does. The game does do a really good job of kind of making you realize why train lines are designed the way they are.
Oh yeah, definitely. It gives you an appreciation for like how efficient some of the stuff is. Relatedly, though, I'd like to stake out a position.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the only true way to play Mini Metro
Mhm.
is such that you're unable to edit lines once you put them down.
See, here we have this is a differing school of thought in the subreddit, which is
I've staked this
very
position.
active.
I'm willing to die for it now.
Okay, all right. So detail your stance.
Well, how often have you seen a city pick up decades of subway lines and just relay all of them? You
Not often.
cowards.
I have a hard time imagining a city building a subway line, but I live in the United States, so I don't know.
that's,
Hmm.
that's fair.
Good
I'm
point, good
taxing
point.
your imaginative abilities right now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, just that's how
Yeah.
subways work. Once you put in a subway, it's there. You could maybe fill it in and start over, but I don't know how you gonna do that.
All we know how to do here is tear up the train lines and turn them into bike paths. That's all we know how to do.
I'm impressed it even got to bike path. I was assuming it was some sort of 2-lane highway.
You're lucky. If you're lucky, it's a bike trail. We have a lunatic boring holes that only one car can go in at a time because we couldn't imagine building a subway in Las Vegas, the driest city in the United States.
Or when Uber invented a bus, and they're like, hey, you can get an Uber that just rides on a set line and multiple people can board it.
I
So a
didn't know
shitty
about
bus.
I gotta say,
that. We
playing
made
Mini
a
Metro,
bus, but it sucks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so shitty.
playing Mini
Uh.
Metro while I was in Seattle
Uh-huh.
really made me appreciate how fucked up that city's infrastructure and transit is. Oh my god! Like it's
Describe it.
so Seattle for people who live there. I'm sorry you live this way. For people who haven't been there, it's like they invested in every transit option, but not enough to do it good. Every option is half done and an abomination. Like they've got trolleys that are on rails. There are trolley buses that just like use the trolley lines, but they're buses, and I think they are on wheels. There's a monorail that goes to the Space Needle, and I think the airport, and like nowhere else. There's a
Was
series
it
of
dedicated
ferries.
by Richard Nixon's children?
Not that I know. It was a World Fair thing, so maybe.
Okay. Could have been, yeah.
There's a bunch of ferries because all of the cities are surrounding the Puget Sound. So the ferries can get you to a bunch of the towns around there. There's protected bike lanes in some parts of the city, but not others. And then there's the regular buses too. It's a nightmare.
Fascinating.
It's like
Sounds like you're spoiled for choice.
Wait. Was there a subway in there?
no,
miss
because I
it?
think their water table is too
okay.
high. Which
Yeah,
is why
that
I
makes
think
sense.
they have the
Trolleys.
monorail.
Right.
It's an elevated monorail line.
Gotcha.
But I feel like we've derailed here. What's the consensus on the Reddit? They're debating the
Oh, so some people. All right. This is hearsay. So if you are from the Mini Metro Reddit,
if we
don't
got any
attack me.
mods in the chat.
Yeah. So it seems that there is a differing school of thought, which one side says that you should like keep a line in your pocket and then you kind of set it up if you are having a congestion issue, so if you really need to get from like one spot to square, 'cause square is one of the rare icons, uh, and so you could just like pull out like your orange line or whatever and string it up between the one that needs it and the one that it's going to. And then
This is
this is what
cowardly.
this is what they call a ghost line. Uh, and some people swear by this. They're like, this is the only way to play. You need to have a ghost line in order to deal with any problems that you run into. And then there are other people who are like, I would never do that. This is this is defeats the purpose of the game.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
heresy.
Yeah,
Look, this is a person who has 1,000 APMs in StarCraft playing a mobile game with pause. They are microing their train line, and it's despicable.
Okay, so I see where we stand.
Yeah,
I was
Deep
very
Listens
surprised
has
to find this out.
taken a position on ghost lines, and we are vehemently against.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Also, ghost kitchens. We don't like those either.
Yes, they are also an abomination.
Yes.
For similar
I'm just going to
reasons.
pick my train. This train's going to run all the length of the city just to fix these 2 trains. Ugh. Disgusting.
Yep. So that's something interesting I found out. Because I wouldn't even have thought to do that.
Oh, because I try to avoid hitting the pause button as often as I can. Like I'm playing on fast forward most of the time.
Well, I'll pause to plan a new line, but like I said, once it's down, it's down.
I do sometimes decide that I've completely fucked up, and I pause, and then I undo all of my lines, and then I start from scratch, basically. So that is like the nuclear option, I would say.
It's the Great Chicago Fire option.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll call in a bomb threat on one of my lines every once in a while if I need to really slow traffic down on it.
What is the lore for? What are you implying here?
Pausing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's pause. Sure, okay.
I don't think we said this, but you get this is like the game takes place over a week.
Oh, right.
Week at a time, days at a time. And every week, at the end of the week, you get one new train, and then you get a choice between 2 things. Usually it's a new line, and then maybe a new carriage to add to one of your trains, or maybe it's more tunnels. It could be an interchange. It could be 2 Shinkansens if you're in Japan.
Yeah.
So that gives you a bunch of flexibility with your train lines. And that's kind of the roguelite element of this game. Or roguelike, I should say. Like every run, you're going to get different allocations of stations and where they're laying out, where you start also in the actual maps. Sometimes you'll start on one side of a river. Sometimes you'll start on another side of the river. The game does a really good job of dynamically zooming out every week so that the amount of map you are playing on expands. Yeah. You start out basically with one little line, and then by the end of it, it's the whole area.
Yep.
I couldn't tell too.
Find that unsettling. I would zoom out like that.
Smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Insofar as like, being reminded of the smallness of my own existence is always unsettling,
Fair. Okay. Because for a couple of rounds, like I would not notice that it was zooming out, and then I would kind of get to the end of the run, and I would be like, how did it get from like one little like triangle into such a wide space? And the actual zooming out is so like gradual that sometimes I didn't even notice it unless I was playing on like fast forward, in which case it kind of speeds up and is a little bit more noticeable. But if you're playing on regular speed, I sometimes didn't even notice it was happening until I was all the way zoomed out,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell if you reached I don't know if there is an end necessarily, but if the locations all fall in the same spot. Like if the stations eventually would be exactly
Oh.
the same in every city if you made it far enough.
Actually, I can kind of maybe shed some light on that. So it seems as though, um, so do you mean like if there's a triangle, it'll always be a triangle in that spot?
Yeah, like if
Or
I
like,
played New York long enough, if
mhm.
all the cities would end up in all the same spots each time.
So it is working on a grid system. So if you do, what is it? Creative mode, I guess.
Mhm.
You can kind of place your own cities. And so you can kind of, or your train stops. I don't know if they're cities.
Yeah, whatever.
Um, so
Stations.
you can, yeah, stations. And it shows you the grid that it's on. So in theory, if you play long enough, I guess like
Every
cross
node will be
section,
covered.
Right.
right?
Okay.
Although I have never gotten as far as to see that in actual practice.
What was the highest
Um,
score you guys got on any
like
level?
1500 maybe.
Yeah, I think I saw like the last achievement for one of them, I think.
Yeah.
I think I got to 14 or 1500 was kind of where I topped out, and
Yeah.
it varied heavily from city to city.
Yeah, it really depends where you are and
What you're getting.
like yeah. I don't apparently there are ways to get to like 4000. I was like that's uh a
The-
monster.
Yeah, it's a level of devotion I'm unwilling to apply to Mini Metro, unfortunately.
That probably means you're using ghost lines,
Yeah,
and we don't.
you're a sicko.
You gotta ghost line it, and who wants to do that?
No. Like using
Um,
PEDs, we're taking a stand for the sanctity of the game.
Yeah, 100%. This is a game about trains. Trains are about laying down rails, not about picking rails up. Garbage. I did post in voice to text if you want to see like a Chinese train line and how fast those things spread out and go all nutso. I think that videos like seeing the Shenzhen train go off is kind of what Mini Metro is capturing.
this is real.
Aesthetically.
This is like
This is real.
actual in history. Okay, hold on.
Yes, this is real. This is
We can't watch this in real time because we're gonna just sit here for 5 minutes in silence.
yeah, we can't watch this in real time, but
That'd be great radio.
if you've hit play, you can tell me what you're seeing. If that visual metaphor makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think that
It does look a lot like this game actually. So green line going east-west and a blue line going north-south. And then slowly they get longer. I'm going to increase the speed of this just so it goes twice as fast.
Yeah.
And now the blue line is a red line. Now there's a bunch of lines. Now there's orange and blue. And the green line is going way out here. Now the
wild,
red
though,
line's
parts
going
of
way high.
2004 too.
Wow. This is really fast. This is
I know.
like
trying to be
in
built
a year.
Trying to be building.
Holy shit. Okay, 5 years have passed. Whoa, my God, a purple line showed up. This video is crazy. We gotta put this in the description or something because people are gonna be like, "What are they talking about?"
Yeah, but this is the basic vibe.
Yeah, and
Um,
it does go to show, like, look, at a certain point, if there's a village out there that you need to connect, I guess we need
Right.
to go get those circle jerks and get them away to go to the center of the city so they can
Gotta
get some
get
damn
those circle
culture.
jerks, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I blame the
Saying
circle.
jerks.
I
Those
blame
circle
Circle
jerks.
Town for most of my losses. There'd be
Always
some.
the circles.
It's fucking Jersey or Queens. It's just nothing but circles,
Fucking Queens, man.
and they want to leave. I get it. You want to leave New Jersey or Queens, but you can't get to Manhattan efficiently. I'm afraid.
Bon Jovi's gonna hear this and he's gonna be pissed.
Let him.
What can he do at his age? Nothing.
Is he still on the Philadelphia Soul?
What?
He owned Philadelphia's arena football team for a while.
Oh, okay, sure. Why not?
This episode's really going all over.
Yeah, we
Just like
covered a
trains
lot
do. Just like trains do. Pete.
Hey,
speaking of going all over, did you have any other train facts before our quiz?
Oh
Uh,
god, not a quiz.
I just wanted to mention one more thing. We don't have to dwell on it too much, but like I did think that
I'm done.
the transfer system was pretty sophisticated. Like
Yeah.
the game has a good way of knowing, like, okay, if this person wants to get a square station but it's not on this line, they will transfer over when they hit a nearby station on a line that does go to a square. And like I don't know what it's doing on the back end to figure it out, but I did find that worked pretty fluidly as I was playing.
Mm.
And it makes intelligent choices about like if there's a
Yep.
square on your line or if there's multiple lines that it could intersect with that has a square on it. It do tend to make the right choice about which station to get off at.
Yeah.
Like it'll wait
So-
for a train on the line that's going towards a circle before getting on a train going the wrong way and transferring, even if there's a circle like
Right.
down the chain.
Would you like to hear my speculation for
Sure.
what is happening
to.
behind the scenes?
Sure.
So what I think is going on here is that when you make a line, it basically puts the stops into a array, and then when it is looking for, let's say, I want to go to the diamond, it'll stop at that stop, and then it will look in the array and be like, is there a diamond in here? And if there is, they get off. And so that's why they can make those decisions. So they kind of are reacting to basically like, what is on this line? Can I get from here to there in any reasonable amount of time? If they're 2 stops away is where it gets tricky, because I don't know how they decide, like, if I need to transfer twice, what do I do? So there must be some way to see like plan it a little bit more, but I don't know how that would
I would
work.
bet this is a series of linked lists underneath the
Probably.
hood. Each of the
Yeah.
lines is a linked list that
Mhm.
every node can then have multiple lines on it, so that when they're traversing the linked list, they can check and they'll notice that there's a node that has another linked list associated with it. And then from there, you can probably go, okay, how many stations away is it if I stay on my current linked list versus if I
Oh,
jump
and
to
then
the other
it's
one?
just checking
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah.
And
That
I will
makes sense.
say, I will say while we're on the subject that I tried to learn JavaScript and gave up when we hit arrays. So
Oh,
Yeah, that's
experience
fair.
that's
I
really
had.
early. That's
Yeah.
really
It's
early to give
hard.
It
up.
was it was really early. Yeah. I learned some HTML and I was like, this is easy. I'm gonna knock this out in a week. Then I started JavaScript and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, linked lists are. You'll get that in a like data structures class. For those who do not know, a linked list is it's a list where it has a parent and a child kind of like
Yeah.
node. There's 2 nodes. You can go up the list or down the list, and each node knows about its adjacent nodes, and it doesn't know about the rest of the list. So it's very useful for things like this, where it's a train track, right?
Yep.
It only ever goes in one direction. It can loop.
Just like trains. Just like trains. Only ever go in one
Exactly.
direction. Can't reverse.
Just like elevators.
Yeah, that's my bet, is that it's a bunch of linked lists with a few variables to let it know if there's other linked lists sharing that node.
Smart.
All right, it's quiz time.
Shit.
It's time.
It's
All
time to drift on these train tracks.
Okay, hold
Let's do
on.
it.
I'm gonna guess what the quiz is.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to guess, is it about trains?
Yes. Can you be
I
more
think
specific?
I think it's a Sudoku. And Gino's just
Oh.
going to describe the position of the numbers. We're gonna have to
Is
fill in the
this
blanks.
the train system of cities? We gotta decide what city is being described by their train system.
How's he going to describe?
I don't
There's
know.
Got
one
it.
line that's sort of a
Oh,
squiggly.
wait. Hold
Got
on,
it.
I was right.
I have a series of train names / nicknames, and I want you to tell me which city they're from.
Okay.
Oh,
I can tell you right now, none of them are from Philadelphia.
And these are all from the game you played. So I didn't
oh no.
grab any other train lines.
Do they name the? Do they name them?
Some of them are named in the game, some of them are not. But I looked up all of them to find
Can I
some that
have-
had fun names. And
Can I have the game open? Is this an
I-
open book test?
you can know what the cities are, but you might not be able to know what the names
look
are
up
because
the
they're not in the
cities.
game.
Oh. Okay.
But I will also say, all of you cities that just call your train the Metro, get creative. Call
Do
it something
better.
else. Call it the
What's wrong with you?
Spine. I don't know. Something cooler than the Metro. So none of these will be the
Heart.
Metro.
Okay.
First one up, Em, since you guessed what the quiz was going to be, you get the first question. The Tube.
Yippee. Oh, that's easy. That's London.
Yep, there you go. I gave you a layup.
Yay.
The Subway.
The subway.
Is that the New York subway?
Yep. The Subway is usually New York, weirdly enough. Most other places don't necessarily call it that.
That's also kind of phoning it in, I'll say. We
It
should
is.
have a cooler name.
I mean,
I
could have gone
don't
with
live there anymore.
could have gone with MTA, but
Oh,
that's
obvious.
Yeah, that's too obvious. The Amarelos.
Ooh.
Hey, put a little English on that one.
Yeah. Say it again?
Amarelos.
Amarelos.
I could be pronouncing that wrong. I bet it's not Amarellos.
Barcelona.
No, Pete.
That
Steele.
was actually going to be my guess. Looking at my list, Lisbon.
Yes.
Hey,
Lisbon. The Amarellos are named after their yellow train cars.
Of course they are.
And I guess in Portuguese, Amarelo is yellow. The L.
Chicago.
Bev. B-H-E-V.
VHVE.
E-V.
VHEV.
Bev.
That feels Warsaw.
No. M.
What? How do you say it?
Bev. B-H-E-V.
Is it Berlin?
No, Budapest. And it's Budapest something in whatever
Yeah,
language.
I guess Berlin because I thought Berlin something.
That's a good guess. Good guess.
MTR.
This is UM. This is your guess.
You still control the board. You both got.
Oh, I
both
control the
wrong.
board.
Yeah, you control the board. MTR.
MTR Montreal.
Nope. M.
Melbourne.
No, Hong Kong. It's
What?
Mass
That's-
Transit Railway.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Just tricking us.
Sorry, Pete. You still control the board. The Chuo line.
cool.
Seoul.
Oh, M.
Japan.
Cities.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I guess it would be.
Maybe we should go to continents. We might do a little bit better.
This one on Earth?
Tokyo.
No, that's Osaka.
Damn it! I was gonna guess Osaka, and then I was like, no.
Okay, Pete. Here's a layup for you. Order of Leningrad Metro.
I'm gonna have to go with St. Petersburg on this one.
Yeah, so it's not called that anymore.
But
What
did they change it to?
St.
Named after
Petersburg
Putin.
Metro or
okay.
something.
Yeah, that's too easy.
It doesn't have a fun name anymore.
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Em. You got the subway.
And the tube. Pete, the T.
T.
Yep.
San Fran.
Nope. M.
Boston.
Yep.
I
Oh, is
hate
it
the
named
T.
Is it named after
Hold
the Tea
on.
Party?
Pause the quiz. I
Yep.
hate the T. I
Why do
have
you
to
hate the
talk
T?
about how I hate the T because
Go
it's
for
a
it.
fake subway line. It's like trolleys, but they put them like on tracks and called it a subway. It's a joke, and I don't like it.
Wait, what's
And you can quote me on that.
I don't understand your issue with it. Like, the trolleys on tracks? Like, you're
So
describing a
when
train.
when you are on the platform, you are on the same level as the train, which I feel is a bad idea for one. It's like the size of, like, in San Francisco where they have the like trolley things. It's like a bunch of those they strung together, and it's terrible. It's terrible. I hate it.
It doesn't take as many passengers or go as fast
Yes.
as
Yeah.
like the
It's
subway
not very
does.
fast. It kind of trundles along, and it's very hot in there because they don't maintain it very well. Fuck your tea.
Boston, just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you control the board after your anger
Yeah, I
at
do.
Boston. This train is the Rousseau Express Metropolitan.
Paris.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh, that also would have been my guess. Montreal?
yes,
Damn it.
Montreal.
That was a tough one.
Colonies.
That was a tough one.
Next one, BART.
Oh, that's San Fran.
The BART, the Bay Area
Rapid Transit.
Rapid Transit, yeah. Okay, this one's a toughie. Afro-Siab.
Oh God. Now I'm gonna feel racist because I'm gonna name a place that isn't even on the right continent.
Yeah, Pete, guess the city unracistly.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Just be sure whichever one you pick is the least racist option.
Can I pass? No, I'll guess.
Just
I'll
like the
guess.
football, just say San Francisco.
Oh God. Addis Ababa?
Oh,
What?
M.
I don't fucking know. What is it called?
I'm trying my best here. Afro-Siab.
This is the Cairo.
Oh, Tashkent.
I would like to point out
I don't know where
I-
that is.
I've never even heard of this city.
That's fair. I
Where is
hadn't
it?
either, but it had a fun name.
Oh, it's Uzbekistan.
Oh.
MRT, Pete. Not MTR, MRT.
MRT. What was MTR?
That was Hong Kong.
That was Hong Kong. I'll go with Shanghai.
Oh. M.
Singapore.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's Singapore. Okay,
I was just right next to Tashkent on this list.
Pete has 5, M has 4. M, you
Oh.
can tie with this. Our last
Oh
question.
boy.
The tunnel.
The tunnel. That's cool.
That is cool, actually.
Is that... Oh. I think I actually know this one. Is this DC?
No.
Damn
the
it.
Metro. DC Metro.
Fuck.
Pete.
Melbourne.
No. Istanbul.
Istanbul,
Oh.
really? Wow. I would have thought
And-
it was an English-speaking place.
Tunnel is it's got umlauts over the U.
Oh well, you gotta put a little stank on it when you do the pronunciation.
I don't know what the umlauts mean in
Tunnel?
Turkish.
Neither do I.
I figured, but my keyboard can't do the umlauts.
You gotta pronounce it as though it had umlauts in it.
Yeah,
The
that's
tunnel. I don't
poor
know.
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Threw me off.
If you had
Same
said
with-
tunnel, if
if you had pronounced it like a native Tashkentian, I would have gotten it instantly. But
Well, I pronounced tunnel as unracistly as I thought I could, but maybe I made it worse, like the British do everything they pronounce.
Uh-huh. Well, that
Well,
was fun.
there's our train quiz. Pete, you're the winner. Congratulations.
Hey! Dun, 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 dun.
I'm clapping.
Wish I had
However,
a
it
train
is.
whistle I could blow.
I'll
man.
edit one in right here. Toot toot.
Toot. Unfortunately, you do not get to pick the next game just for winning. M does because it's her turn.
I get to pick. All right. I said I was going to think about it during the show. I didn't think about it a single bit.
You never do.
And that's the best way to live, dear listener, is by the seat of your pants.
You want to have like
Uh,
2 weeks
yeah.
to plan this out and then make the decision in the last 2 seconds, but
Yeah.
after I've asked.
For our listeners, too, we were just listing the names of other train games before we started. See what direction M goes in.
Hold on, I got a GIF for which is relevant to our discussion. This is what I do every single time. It is the GIF of Wallace and Gromit, where Gromit is just putting train tracks in front of a train that he's riding on.
Good gift.
It's a great
All
GIF.
right, now I got to pick a game.
Yeah, we can't just keep describing gifts visually all night. As much as we
Sure, I
love it.
can. Here's a GIF of me describing a GIF visually. We are gonna play next. All these fucking demos I downloaded, and then I didn't play the games. All right, hold on.
So Gino, you got any
What's your
fun
favorite
plans for the
train?
weekend? Or so actually, I'll have a bonus fun fact. The largest operating steam locomotive,
Oh, the big boy.
the Big Boy, yeah, the Big Boy went on a rare cross-country trip this year, supposedly for America's 250th birthday. But he stopped in Philly. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to see him. My guy's huge, 1.2 million pounds.
Whoa,
That's too many pounds, but
I
the
don't
big
know
boy.
about this.
Didn't know
I
about the Big
think
Boy?
I think the big
No.
boy came through Colorado. But I also was not there for it.
Yeah,
Does it ever get
cross-country
up
trip.
here? Or is it over there?
It's usually. I just had it.
Union
Oh, I
Pacific
got it.
Railroad.
I found my game. All right,
Perfect. I don't have to vamp
Go ahead.
anymore. Excellent.
but I want to know about the train. Hold on.
Big Boy?
Yeah,
Well,
is
apparently
there any
Union
more?
Pacific is merging with Norfolk Southern. I'm sure I don't have to tell our listeners. You're all up on train mergers.
You know this.
But suppose people think that's why Big Boy actually made the trip and not actually for the 250th birthday.
Oh, fascinating. All right, the game we're gonna play next time is if you liked Disco Elysium, would you like to do it again, but with a woman? We're gonna play
Yes.
Zero Parades for what's the full title? For Dead Spies. Zero Parades for Dead Spies. There's a colon in
Oh,
there. I'm not gonna tell you where it is.
I
that
couldn't
wasn't what I
possibly tell
expected.
you.
I was expecting you to say, "Do you want to do Disco Elysium but fantasy
Which
or
one's that?
Esoteric Ebb?"
Hold on, I don't know about this. Wait,
That's a bad colon.
Esoteric Ebb EBB. It's a single player CRPG that basically is like Disco Elysium, but each of the characteristics are your stats, your D&D stats, your constitution, your intelligence.
Oh, hold on. This kind of. I'm not changing my answer
You
because
can't. I already texted it to
I-
myself, so it's locked in.
yeah, Pete has already locked it in, and also I already bought the other game, so
That's fine.
I'm gonna put this on my wish list though because I feel like I could have fun with this. So we're gonna play Zero Parades. I'll read the little description because I don't know very much about it. From the creators of Disco Elysium comes Zero Parades, an espionage RPG. You're a brilliant but tormented operant on one final desperate assignment. Gather your broken network, untangle a web of lies, and prove yourself on the world stage, or blow it all up again.
For our
So,
listeners, too, it's 10% off until August 19th. We'll
yeah,
play
get
along.
on that.
Excellent.
Looks neat.
Well, that'll do it for Mini Metro. Great work by Dinosaur Polo Club on that game. Very good. Won some awards. And thanks for picking it, Pete. That was fun.
Yeah, supposedly the mini highway follow-up is even better.
Yep. Thank you, M.
Thank you. I'm pulling the emergency brake. What does the train have?
I got an emergency brake. It's got a dead man switch, actually, I think.
Whoa, what? That's crazy.
It's like if you take your hand off the throttle, it stops.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna jump out the window, and it's gonna explode behind me, and it's gonna be real cool.
Badass.
That's how I'm ending the show.
Unfortunately, the train line is out, and so we must stop this recording. Reminder, you can get in touch with the show, deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com is our email address, deeplistens.libsyn.com, that's where we host the show, deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social, that is our social media account, and patreon.com/deeplistens, where you can support the show. Until next time, peace!